Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. That's right, we're back again, doing this thing that we do around twice a weekish. I'm Gerry, again, and Max and Terry are here, and we are joined by another guy who hasn't been on this show in a while, but has been doing his own thing lately. Tom is back, and he's been off gallivanting all over the place, doing Toffee Blue's extra show. Max has been showing up with him over there, and they're doing some awesome work over there. And so, we feel a little spoiled having this. We're rolling deep today. Southampton preview. Currently, they're 16th in the table with 19 points, 4, 7, and 11. Their last 4 previous matches, they recently just they were 2-2 with Derby and lost in a shootout. All right, I just want to thank you, Derby. You took them all the way. That's great. Let's get them tired. That's fantastic. They beat Leicester before that, and before that they drew with Derby, and then they drew with Chelsea before that, 0-0. So, I'm starting with Tom. Terry, don't get your feelings hurt. Don't you do it. All right? We got to start with Tom because it's been so long. Tom, how do you see this Southampton match shaping up?
They're a much better side than they were, definitely, since the new manager's come in. Ralph Hasenhutl's come in and he started trying to make them press, which is difficult for a side who aren't used to pressing quite as much or intensely as he's making them do so. So the fitness levels are going to have to be really sharp, and he obviously has another pre-season with them, so they're not the most fit, but they're definitely a more competent side than they were at the start of the season. And for the manager to pull out a team who are pretty deep in the relegation zone and pull them out and make them perform like quite a lot better than they were is a big improvement. So it won't be an easy game. I think we looked at these fixtures like a few weeks ago thinking, we've got a few decent easy fixtures there, the likes of Bournemouth, Southampton, but they're not easy fixtures, and especially for a team of us at the moment. Southampton have been potentially playing with more momentum than we are at the moment, so it will be a difficult one. But I think if we play our cards right, I think with that team that we play with, definitely in the second half, we might be able to have a chance against them, hopefully away.
Yeah, they've looked like a much more energized squad, bringing in that new manager. I feel like just after they brought him in, you immediately heard these like Lookman to Southampton shouts, and I'm sitting there thinking the people who are saying that maybe are not aware of how close he is to getting regular football with us. You know what I mean? And now we've seen it. I think we're all in agreement. He's probably going to be in there coming up this weekend. Not to give you spoilers, because we do still need to. That's the next segment. Terry, do you see this? Who do you feel like we need to worry about? Certain matchups we need to worry about, or is there anything where is it going to be more like we're taking the game to them and they need to worry more about us?
No, Danny Ings in one word, because he always against us, and we're going to have to score at least 2 because he is going to score against us if he's playing at the weekend. It's like Tom said, this is coming at a really bad time for us, because a couple of weeks ago they were really bad and under a let's be honest, really bad manager, Mark Hughes, and they brought in this new guy who looks to have got a bit of a tune out to them, started turning them around. We still should beat them. If you look at our team, look at their team, our quality should take us over the line if all things being normal, but how often does it work like that in this league? You can't bank on the points on paper. It just doesn't work like that. It's not top trumps. It's more complicated than that. So honestly, we just need to build on that result against Bournemouth. We need to start getting some away games won now, because our home games for the rest of the season are a lot of the top 6 teams, so we can't just bank on home wins consistently for the rest of the season. I think we may get 1 or 2 in there against the top 6, but we're going to have to start beating the lesser sides, the worst sides away from home, and this is a perfect one to do regardless of new manager. It's not as easy as it would have been, but we need to win. We need to make a statement by beating these at the weekend.
Yeah, these are the type of matches that if we are going to get on that path, which we feel like we should be on, we need to we need to be turning these. It's just we absolutely have to be. Max, where are you at on this, man?
I think it's got the possibility to be a bit of a banana skin. I know we don't always have the easiest of times when we go down to St Mary's. We got stuffed 4-1 last season, and I think we got beat 1-0 by a Charlie Austin goal in Martinez's third season, if I'm not wrong. But fingers crossed, bottling that 2-0 lead against Derby last night. Hopefully that drains them psychologically, mentally, and they're not as fresh physically as you say coming into this game. Because, like Teddy said, on paper, quality-wise, I feel like I say this about a lot of opposition in the bottom half of the table. We should be blowing them away, and these are the games that we should be automatically picking 3 points up if we are to reach that level where we want to be. Fingers crossed the team that comes out is that team that showed a bit of grit and fight in that second half against Bournemouth, because that really pleased me, seeing players getting into scraps, standing the ground, playing with a little bit of pride, which is something that we've lacked, I feel, over the last, not even going to sugarcoat it, 5 years. So I think hopefully that 3 points against Bournemouth is going to push us on and say, you know what, we can put these teams to bed that are below us and we can press on.
I think we're looking at possible starters. McCarthy in goal. There's a pretty strong possibility they'll run 3 center backs, 3 at the back. Bednarik, Stevens, and Vestergaard. Then Valeri, Romeu, Højbjerg, Target, and then Redmond, Armstrong, and Ings. Immediately, Redmond jumps off the page if I'm going to say something that Terry didn't say, because he already said Ings. And as we know, that's a thing we have to always be aware of. Redmond's just a quick guy. And if he's lining up on a certain side, I think that's something we need to be aware of.
Scored a fabulous goal last night as well.
So I'm really hoping they're a little bit worn down from that game. And I think my prediction indicates that a little bit. But let's predict. Max, what's the score?
1-0 win to Everton.
1-0 win. Terry?
2-1 win to Everton.
2-1. Tom?
2-1 as well, I think. I think it's going to be a gritty one. It's going to be it's going to be probably quite a few shots for both sides, I think, because I think there was quite a few last weekend. I think it was like 26 shots in all, something like that, attempts. So it's going to be possibly quite gritty, but hopefully we'll come away with a win, yeah.
I'm a little bold in this prediction. I'm saying 2-0. I'm actually saying that Ings isn't going to score. There might be something wrong with me. Whatever. Jinx, whatever. Just saying. I initially wrote down 1-0, and then I thought about the lack of rest for some of their players. And that just, I don't know. And if, as you said, Tom, if we roll with a similar lineup, I feel better, So, all right. Anything else on Southampton before we run into our starting 11 segment? Awesome. All right. So, if you've been digging the videos, please subscribe to the Toffee Blues YouTube channel. We'd sincerely appreciate it. If you want more Tom, keep an eye on his Twitter. He'll tell you where he's going to be. He appears on various podcasts, radio stations, and he does host the Toffee Blues Extra Show. So, he's there. All right. If you want more Max, keep an eye on his Twitter, because he also shows up on podcasts and videos. But he also, and actually both of these guys write content for the Toffee Blues website. Okay. I know Tom does Lone Report, which he puts a lot of work into. Max, Max, I feel like you do like 2 pieces a week. It's
Match reports now.
Yeah. So basically, if you go to the Toffee Blues website, you will get those guys. You will not have a choice. They will be there. All right. So also Terry, check out his Twitter. He shows up on the Liverpool Echo fan jury. All right. So his Twitter will tell you that. Whoever runs his social media will handle that. So that's all I've got for this segment. We're going to move on to the starting 11. Who's going to start? I think it's going to look pretty similar for all of us. But you should still watch anyway. Bye!